at the end of the slumber, life at the close of the sleep, facing the world with a hunger, clambering out of the deep. Blank slate, a trip to begin, look to tomorrow, clean plate, a fresh little wind, a road to follow, into the wild, into the vast, into the beauty, emerging at last, into the wild, into the fray, up and away. Gliding over the past. And the rain and the thunder, prized for the world is my shrine. So many places I've wandered, so many I've yet to find. Strong hearts will master the means, firm blades and engines. Small parts I've seen in the dreams, tall towers ascending into the wild, into the vast, into the beauty, emerging at last, into the wild, into the fray, up and away, gliding over the past. Strange voices lead me forward, keep guiding me into the wild. I'll take a stand, kin of the river, souls of the sands, wings on the wind, stone on the skin, together we band. Into the wild, into the vast, into the beauty, emerging at last, into the wild, into the fray, up and away, gliding over the past. The Steam train running on a reckless rail, speeding right up to the rising gale. Shuttle harder 'cause we're on your tail. London's bloody cry. Steam train running on a reckless rail, speeding right up to the rising gale. Shuttle harder 'cause we're on your tail. London's bloody cry.
Hello everyone and welcome to Final Show. I'm John, the executive producer here, and I've just got a few pre-show notes for you. First of all, I want to let everybody know that our addresses have changed. Our Twitch channel has changed from Senstaku to twitch.tv/FinalShowFilms, and our YouTube channel has also changed to youtube.com/FinalShowFilms. Next, we want to thank our $20 tier supporters on Patreon, which is patreon.com/FFilms, by the way, if you want to go throw a couple bucks our way. That's going to be Cat Waterflame, Antitonic, Samantha Bates, and Maureen Monty. Thank you guys for that. Also, our website is in the process of getting updated, so go take a look at finalshowfilms.com. We've got Mara and Jeremy are working on updating all of our stuff there, making it look nice and like a modern website, and frankly, they know what they're doing far better than I or Austin ever did. So if you want to check out the things that are changing over there, you go do that. Follow us on Twitter at Final Show Films for updates for all future things, including things that are going on with our website and going on with the Patreon page, and things that are going on live as we stream them, as well as our podcasts and everything else. So thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a good day. And we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Doomsday Dawn, Somberfell Hall, Part 2. I'm Aaron, I'm the GM, and we're going to go around and introduce our characters, starting with William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Drasia Stoutanville, Dwarven Cleric.
And John.
I'm John, I'm playing Rainier Lionheart, Dwarven Paladin.
And Jeff.
Hey, I am Jeff, and I'm playing Zane Beltran, Human Cleric.
And Jeremy.
Hello, my name is Jeremy. I am playing Muxie, Goblin Angelic Sorcerer.
And as it's been a few weeks, to remind everyone of where we were last week on last time on Doomsday Dawn, our party arrived at Somberfell Hall, greeted with a strangely icy, odd, and somewhat distant reception from the academics within, as members and allies of the secret organization.
Order of the Palatine Eye.
Palatine Eye.
Allies of the Palatine Eye. They were seeking to secure the aid of Verid Oscalar, the foremost scholar on matters pertaining to the dominion of the Black. They met Lucivius Stirana, his prize student, and his two other research assistants, Royce Standish, seemingly of noble background and hoping for a favorable reception characters, and Victoria who who they really haven't interacted with much yet. But as they started to explore the hall, things took a darker turn. And they discovered strange messages scrolled in books, seemingly indicating panic or invasion. And descending up to the attic, Muxie and
Rainier.
Muxie and Rainier heard something far more sinister. The slain zombie. He felled with Verid Oscalar's letter opener, or hidden behind some boxes. The members of the group descended into the basement, pursuing a hidden trap door, or hoping to discover more. The two members who'd found the zombie returned with it to confront Verid and his apprentices. But we're going to open up in that basement. Descending the dark staircase. Brace for box text.
Box text incoming!
Wait, this is the one fucking room on this map that didn't actually have box text. Never mind.
False alarm!
Box text evaded.
Headed down. And you see bizarre alien-looking writing in chalk covering the walls. And walls. It's not in any language you immediately recognize. It seems strange. Upon the wall is the chain, and seemingly a door, a heavy iron door, or after the staircase.
Is there any light down here at all?
There is no specific lighting, so I guess some of you might not be able to see.
Cantrips.
Yeah, I'm
Is
gonna
there anything
pull
that
out-
provides light?
yeah.
I don't think I have anything that provides light on me.
Leave the human to provide his own light.
I'm gonna pull out my mace and I'm gonna cast light on my mace.
Okay. Yep. This room seems to be in a state of ruin. In the boxes and storage that might have once been here smashed or broke, and paper strewn about. Not as though they're in use, but simply that they were irrelevant to whatever was rampaging in this space. And yeah, the walls are covered with alien writing.
Well, this looks right creepy.
Does it look like it was like destroyed or just tossed around?
Destroyed. State of ruin would be the exact term, but destroyed.
Looking around, can make a perception check to see if I can figure out possibly what did this person thing. Undead fiend from beyond the grave.
I don't know if that would necessarily be perception. You could make an occultism if you like.
I can do that.
Really, perception's more for noticing the stuff that's in there.
14.
With a 14, you're not exactly sure
Not much better.
or what could have caused this. It doesn't strike you as any sort of monster, or that though you know the best way to determine such a thing would be casting like a detect good and evil spell or something else that might allow you more specific insight into detect alignment. It's called detect alignment, or something else that might allow you insight into the nature of the room. Whatever it is currently not in use. You also both gather this has some smackings of imprisonment or restriction, and that this is something or someone trying to leave or being maddened to the point of just smashing everything.
I will very quickly cast Detect Magic and see if there's any magic within 30 feet.
Okay.
If you want, I can put the text of that cantrip in.
Yeah, that would be great. Thanks.
Let me hit the spell. There we go.
Yep. Choosing to ignore your ally's magic items.
Because I'm able to cast 3rd level spells, I believe I also get schools for the highest level magical effect within range if there is one.
Yeah. You do not sense any magical effects within range or magical items.
Okay. Well, nothing's going on right now. If there was anything going on at some point, at least in the field of magic.
Start sifting through the junk. What was it? Like sifting through this junk here.
There was definitely a chair, a desk, some what seems to have been a storage crate, some texts.
Any pages recoverable?
Yeah, I mean, maybe half of the book is reassemblable. Well, but reading through its text, it is in common, and it strikes you as fairly ordinary for the house. Specifically, just a treaty is on meditative magics, mind control, extra planar travel, the kind of thing you might find within the house of a scholar of the arcane.
Start looking around. I'm going to start looking around to see if there's any other way into or out of this room besides the stairs.
Sure, that would be a perception check.
You hear a dog.
Doge.
Somewhere out there that.
No,
Power from the dog.
You are positive that the only entrance or exit is going to be that staircase. This is deep underground, and well, theoretically, someone could build in a secret door, or that would require destabilizing a bit of the rest of the house.
Okay, so either one of his assistants or something did something weird down here, or there's some weird fiend wandering about. Bets on which one it is?
That's not good.
As you make that observation, there is a loud thud of a zombie body dropping to the floor in front of Lucy, who takes a step back, startled, and almost gives out a yelp. What? Why?
Those are all very good questions, and ones we'd like to find answers to. Rainier says as he holds up the letter opener that had previously been in the body of the corpse.
She seems to examine 2 items. Where? How did you? What? What more can you tell me, if any?
Well, I can tell you it was already dead before it was killed the second time, with this letter opener, and left in an attic.
Couldn't be. Excuse me a moment. He marches back into the study. Royst and Victor, he somewhat gently shunted outside of the room, and the door slams. Behind it, you who both can hear the sounds of raised voices. Lucy seems to be yelling, quite upset. It takes a few minutes of this back and forth row before she marches out, dragging him by the ear. Arms crossed as both of them enter the central area. I think, and at this point, an explanation is quite deserved. Skillar, well, for self-defense, it's not really that big a deal. She seems to be fuming at him, but also looking for more concrete evidence to throw against him about this being really fucked up, dude.
It wouldn't have been a big deal for you to defend yourself against an undead menace had it happened and then you disposed of the body. But hiding a dead zombie corpse in your attic, which you've locked, is fairly suspicious.
Yes. Maybe don't invade my private.
Oh, we're a wee bit past that.
Yep.
We're going to ignore the things that we did wrong and focusing on the things that you did wrong.
I didn't do anything wrong.
So you're saying there was just randomly a zombie and you decided to stab it and you decided not to get rid of the body. Is this all you're not telling? Yes, it's not a big... And again, she seems to be looking to you if there's anything else you might have in a folder called evidence.
Is there anything else I might have in a folder called evidence?
Sorry, I'm just reminding you because it's been a few weeks.
Hang on.
Oh, yeah, the notes about Ramlock.
There's a few other things.
Also quite curious, this seems to be connected to a few bits of other things that you seem to have left lying about the mansion in quite curious bits of disarray. Who is Ramlock, and why can you hear his voice? I ask, holding up the piece of diary.
Now all three of the apprentices seem quite confused, and none of them clearly recognize the name. Royce will come over, take the paper, and confirm to the group. This is certainly the professor's handwriting, and I myself, I think at this point, would also hope for a more complete explanation.
There's also this bit right here, though this one I can make less sense of. I say handing the other piece of paper, the one that says Transformation Mental Cage, Remote Connection, Investigate How.
Yep. All right. And I will show the last one to you, because even if your half doesn't have it, the other half of you found the final piece of evidence. At this point, he seems to realize that there is no way to talk himself out of of all of these weird and suspicious things. So his shoulders kind of sink. Look, I am so very close to dealing with it. There's been a breach of my consciousness. I'm, to my knowledge, I perhaps was not entirely upfront with you of the nature of my current research.
If you're worried about a fiend, Granger says to Zane, we should probably get up and tell the others about it.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Um,
You two start ascending the stairs, making your way probably back into the library in time to start hearing this part.
This bit of box text.
This bit of box text. I have been experiencing moments where I do not recall my actions. My body moves with the limbs of another soul. Well, I don't recall what I've done, especially at night. It seems to be some sort of remote access as to my mind. So I have been containing myself within the basement during these times, even now, as the control seems to have a mounting power over me. But I have nearly been able to determine the exact cause. I suspect that the Night Herald will tell the specific ritual that has caused my affliction, and that by disrupting the power of their cult leader or whatever other figure is in command of this ritual, I can end the effect.
So you need to fuck up some cult leader night power person.
First, I need to determine their identity. But yes. Lucy seems to mostly take this as an explanation and seem to be processing it. But Victoria actually steps forward, shockingly calm. The elven member of the group's hands begin to flicker. The one of you that understands this, he speaks. You thought this was not important to apprise us of when asking for our assistance with your research. You thought that just telling us the broad strokes would be sufficient for us to actually support this endeavor. Well, it simply seemed more logical to bring along assistance just in case I needed extra hands for cross-checking and
I tell you what, good.
She's got that elven look of you did a bad and I'm an elf. That kind of cold superiority that they can occasionally carry.
Occasionally.
Look, Doctor. Good Dr. Oscalar. You happen to have at your disposal now 4 fairly well-equipped and dangerous adventurers who happen to require your brain intact and under your own power. So, why don't we all work together to deal with this problem and stop trying to beat around the bush, as it were?
He'll sort of nod. Very well. If that is the case, we still would need to determine the nature of this creature. And
do you know how regularly...
I am nearly at a breakthrough. We can You're welcome to come into the study, but I do need to continue my investigation.
Do you know how regularly this creature takes over your body?
To this time, Himitazol has been in the night, and I am well capable of confining myself before or such a curse breaks out.
Well, I was thinking that if you were confined and restrained in a manner which some of our more educated individuals could monitor you and see what's going on, you might get a little bit more information than what you've gathered so far.
Perhaps. That is not as... I was not anticipating such a plan from... Well, yes, that would be a potentially... The other three are just letting him dig himself into this corner.
So, you continue on with your research, see what breakthroughs you can get, and then tonight, we'll chain you up nice and tight and let the rest of us look at what happens and see if we can't figure something out from there.
What's all this then? Trajan Zane. All right.
Oh, where to even fucking start?
I will begin to explain what Muxie and I found while we go back into the study and see if we can help with their research.
Yeah, that would explain the nice cozy room we found downstairs.
Oh, aye, you found it then.
It looks like it's been thrashed through.
Well, then we'll have to make sure that we tie him up nice and tight then when he goes to bed.
What was the thing you said you were worried about, Zane?
That there's something up here wandering around.
Well, that would be him.
Or is that-
I say,
that
pointing at
would be
Oscar.
Well, this just gets more and more fun every moment.
Well, I have no head for study, so if you would like to assist them in their research, I'm going to go get rid of that body. As I go, drag the zombie outside to bury it.
Okay. Easy enough.
I like how we're just brushing by the morality of all of this bullshit.
I mean, we need him, and we can't exactly get his knowledge and research if he's being possessed.
And we need to get rid of the thing possessing him, so finding out what it is so we can kill it faster and easier without necessarily sacrificing him in the process seems fairly straightforward to me.
Yeah, the usual kill it with fire probably is not going to work in this situation, is it?
I hate literally everything about what all of you just said.
I mean, just because you hate it doesn't mean it's
Everything.
inaccurate.
All of it. Every single word, inflection, breath taken between words. But fine.
A very practical paladin.
Fuck you all.
Bury the body. A few hours pass.
I do not
it-
have enough alcohol for this. Go ahead, Aaron.
I do.
As it starts to approach dusk, Oscalar informs you of exactly when it's about 3 hours into he would normally find it necessary to confine himself, and he's confident that such possession starts after. There's a time at which he confines himself, and there's a time at which the possession starts, and the other one is later.
All right. So,
I can't do words.
let's find him a nice comfy chair to chain him down to.
Not going to chain him down in his own little playroom.
It's harder for us to examine him if we're in small quarters. Also wouldn't want the good researchers to be within arm's reach of him, considering the state of the room that you found.
I mean, it's rather tossed, but It's spacious enough, and there's only one exit, that being the stairway, which, those of us in heavy armor can guard.
Fair enough. Just take him down there then.
As you're
We'll
having
save
this
it to the end.
conversation, there's a rapping knock at the door. Oscar sort of looks up from his book. Well, I suppose it is best to turn any travelers away before attempting such matters.
Whoa. You ain't going nowhere. Somebody else answer the goddamn door. Because
Lucy, I forget how do you pronounce her name.
It's Lucy because I don't know what the fuck it was supposed to be.
Yeah. Lucy, you were provided such a warm welcome to us. Would you like to provide the same to these travelers?
I'm going to be frank here, Doc. I don't trust you with other people right now. I don't trust you with these 3 people that I know. I don't trust you with me.
Lucy will give a sort of nod. Yes, that does seem like it would be best. She is really, really not having it at this point.
I am feeling Lucy's mood at the moment. Big mood.
Anyone else? I just get this image of Clue when the police officer shows up at the door of the mansion.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically.
Oh, you're the police officer. You're already here. You're collectively the police officer.
It's true.
I mean, that's not good. The police officer dies in that movie.
Fair.
I need to.
But role wise, in terms of noir, even though this is actually survival horror, not noir.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, I did mention that it was really funny that we started this module as Resident Evil came out.
Yeah.
Because Lucy opens the door to be greeted by
Death?
A zombie.
everyone rolling initiative.
Hey!
Yay! Our
Ooh.
favorite.
I imagine we're probably all over here by this part of the room because
Yeah,
we were in
Yeah,
the
probably.
foyer.
I think you guys wanted to go into the study, so,
Yeah, so we're probably right about at the study
Yeah.
door.
you're free to decide where you want to be. I'm going to pick for the NPCs unless
Yeah.
you're restricting any of them to a specific spot.
I think most of us would be in and around the door, so
Yeah.
Wherever Verit is, I am directly in front of him because I was just in his face.
That is fair. Yeah.
Standard perception initiative.
That would be yes. None of you are particularly
Da-da-da-da. It's
There it
nice. 22.
Okay, I'm clicked on me.
The large numbers of Pathfinder. 22, 29, 31, 13.
Oh, that's right, I have physical dice because Pathfinder NPC sheets are still not that great.
We just hear her scream and look over and see Lucy being mauled by a tyrant. It's like, hey,
Stars!
and just no, Mr. X is coming through the door and X going to give it to you. Starts playing. It's like, wait, what's going on? This is the wrong genre.
Okay.
We're not in the second half of Resident Evil
Knock,
2
knock,
remake where you have all of the rocket launchers. We're in the first half.
knock, knock. Open up the door. It's real.
I mean, my strongest current association with that song is Deadpool. So
That's fair. Still wrong genre, I would argue.
Yeah, still wrong genre.
vaguely.
Knock, knock. Open up the door. It's real. With the non-stop pop, pop, a stainless steel. Just that part is stuck in my head. That and the "Freedom Isn't Free" song from Team America World Police.
You know what?
Okay,
Just to make
that's
the
quite a
easier,
combo.
because they all rolled next to each other. The three, they're all moving on Lucy's turn.
Cool.
So they're all dead. Gotcha.
Did Drasia intend to roll twice, or am I just
I should only be on 29.
okay? I can see an extra one for some reason. Oops.
That's weird.
All right. So, as the door busts open, Pathfinder does not allow them to act immediately. So, Zane,
That's good.
What
What
do we
are
see?
they?
they're definitely shambling bluish hued monsters, seemingly with an undead gait and extended tongues.
Ghouls.
Ignore me.
Is there something?
No, I'm good. I know I'm usually working while I'm gaming, except for tonight. But tonight I kind of am on a couple of small things, and I just noticed something that.
That's fine. Yeah.
I was unaware that Shazam reviews had started hitting the internet.
That is fair.
Because there is a special viewings last.
Yeah.
Waiting for all the Shazam reviews going. I'm confused about how this connects to Captain Marvel.
I mean, it's at 93% on Rotten Tomatoes so far.
No,
I'm impressed.
that's great.
I was
No,
thinking like
I'm just
80,
thinking
75.
because
Yeah.
it is a really confusing naming scheme
Oh yes, I
for a movie
had a
that came
conversation.
out like weeks after the other one, or is
We
coming
had a
out.
conversation in my gaming group tonight about how the whole Captain Marvel Shazam thing came about, and it took forever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Short answer is
Back to
comic books consolidated, and also there were lawyers involved.
yes, which screw everything up.
Yeah.
Sorry. Back to zombies.
Back to zombies.
Ghouls. Sorry. Ghouls.
Ghouls.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Technically. You don't know that, but gasps.
No, worse than ghouls.
You hear Zane go, well, fuck me. This is just what we needed. Fun 2, 3, 4.
Fun 2, 3, 4.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Zane is going to move up to there and he's going to yell out, "We have company!" And he is going to cast. Let's just pull out because it's fun. Wall of Fire.
I support this.
I'm going to do a fire ring, 10 foot in radius, basically. Well, centered here because I want it to cover the front door.
All right, I'm gonna need you to put that in chat in full because that seems like a.
Oh, sorry, I don't have the spell typed out. It is on in the rule book. It is on page 269.
Can someone check the Etera because I'm sure it's been edited.
Yep.
Yep, that's what I'm looking at right now to see what they changed the damage on most of these.
Wall of Fire increased the initial damage to 46.
Yep. And so
Can you check the errata for the heal spell because it's going to be relevant in a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one got even more stuff.
So
60-foot long, 10-foot high flame.
or I can make a 5-foot thick, 10-foot radius ring of fire.
All right.
And basically I want to put the top edge through these two to cover the front door, and then
All right. So that's going to be roughly. Yeah, I'm going to say you probably can get all but one of them with that.
because basically I want to block the door with it.
Okay. Radius is the one where half of it's the radius, right?
Yes.
Okay, no, you can get them all because.
So 20 feet in diameter, so 20 feet across.
Ignore that it goes into the next map over. Presumably, it's just lighting his lawn on fire.
I'm burning a whole circle in the lawn.
For some reason, people have been setting their lawns on fire around here lately. So, I
Burning
mean,
leaves. I don't know.
I'm sorry about that. I think in this case it's justified because there's gas at your door, but like I don't necessarily know if that's the case in Georgia. I hope not.
Don't know that heal has had anything affected by the errata.
yeah, it's just apparently springtime is the time for people to set their lawns on fire intentionally.
Fair enough. I mean, weird, but I guess they did it.
Yeah, heal does not, as far as I can
No.
tell, have
I don't
anything
see
changed about
anything
it.
on heal.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Then it works exactly the way that I think it's going to work.
So they take 46 damage. Well, at least for the ones that. get
Yep,
hit by
you're
it.
gonna need to roll that.
And seriously?
1, 1, 2,
One.
5.
So 9.
Yep. All right. So you light up that space with a column of fire. Lucy kind of shrinking back both from the monsters and the sudden fire. Dreja, it is your turn.
Right. So I am. Let's see. I think I'm within range of all of them. Yep. 60-foot cone will catch all of them. So Dreja will sort of stand the hammer of Torag in front of her and just, by the wrath of Torag, be gone from this realm, foul undead, and will cast one of her 3rd level heal spells using her conical channel feat to cast it. We're using all 3 actions as a 60-foot cone.
All right.
Which means that each of the undead is going to need to make a fortitude save and take 2d8 plus my spellcasting modifier in positive energy damage, or half if they succeed. 2d8 plus 4.
Fortitude, you said.
Yes, fortitude saves.
Also, Lucy is healed for that much if she had been damaged at all.
Yeah.
No, she's still at full health. So because they hadn't gotten to their turn yet.
As Dreja Moira's the zombies at the door.
Natural 1. That's a natural 20.
If they get an exceptional success, to take none.
Okay.
If they get an exceptional
So what's
failure,
your DC?
double.
My DC is where the hell on this character sheet?
The one that made any that critically fail take double damage.
All right.
Where the hell is my spell DC? It's been a few weeks. I've forgotten where everything is in this character sheet.
It's fine. I think we all have.
It's. Where's my spell DC?
At least I'm not the only one forgetting where everything is.
We all are.
Character sheet. Where are your DCs at now?
It is not on the sheet. We're supposed to just remember this.
It might just not be on the sheet. Hang on.
Rulebook, tell me what the DC is.
I feel like it should be on this. Should be on the sheet. On the sheet, but I don't have any spells, so I can't tell you.
See page 291.
I don't see any. Don't see spell DC.
Hang on.
Page 291. Determine difficulty class. Get out of my way.
I think I wrote it on my character sheet somewhere.
Let's see.
I'm trying to remember how I determined my DC. Oh wait, it'll be on the character sheet because they do have the formula on the character sheet.
Proficiency, ability plus 10.
Yeah, so it's. I think it. Yeah.
Pathfinder playtest, folks.
Your spellcasting, it's your spellcasting modifier plus your proficiency plus 10.
Okay, so 10 plus 4, 14 plus my proficiency.
It's
But you are considered trained in your own spellcasting.
so that'd be your level.
21.
Really? Okay.
You sure it's 10 and not 8? No, 8 is never mind. 8 is D&D.
Yeah, 8 is 5th edition.
Yeah. There's
I've got I'm looking at the
No, that
PDF
actually
I've
makes
got.
sense because proficiencies are a lot more increased on both sides. So that's where
Yes.
yeah.
No, that actually sounds legit.
Numbers for everyone go up compared to D&D.
Because they have so much rubber banding 5e, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
The 8 is just so that DC spells are not absurdly half the time you will fail.
Yep. Yeah, and they got rid of the item. They got rid of the spell level modifies DC thing as well. So
Yeah.
flat DC regardless of spell level.
Yeah, so the DC is 21 apparently.
Okay. So
Unless you have any items that increase the DC of your spells.
I don't think I do.
Don't you have the?
I'm going to assume it's 21 while you're working on this because that seems reasonably absurd for Pathfinder. That was a second natural one.
I support this.
So, and anything that rolls an 11 or lower on their save takes double damage.
Yeah. Critical fail, success. Critical fail. Wait, no.
Critical fails take double damage. Critical successes take no damage.
You know.
All right.
Yeah.
So 2 of them take critical failures. So how much damage did you deal?
I did 15, which means critical fails take 30.
Takes 30 damage from the positive energy. Thanks.
It's a nice round number.
One of them critically succeeded and took no damage.
Yep.
Another one succeeded, so
Takes half. Will be 6 or 7, depending on whether you're rounding up or down.
Well, no, it would be 7, even if you rounded down.
Thank you.
Yeah, 7.
I was like doing that. I was like, wait, no, 12 is not close to 15.
Sorry. Yeah, 7 or 8, depending on whether you're on the down.
It's always down, I think.
Yep.
Another one failed, so he takes 15. And there's one more guy to go. And he just narrowly succeeds. So there is fire and healing, and they are just having the worst day. And
I did about 100 damage with that.
maybe.
And that's all 3 of my actions to do that. So
Okay.
And that would make it my turn.
Yes, you rolled a 22, right? On your...
Yeah, I'm the 22.
Okay.
All right. Well, I can't really do much from back here. So, first action move, 5, 10, 15. Second action move, 5, 10, 15. Third action move, 5, 10, 15.
That's what you get for playing.
Dwarf, folks.
A dwarf in heavy armor, too.
Yeah. As
Yes.
finish your move, these creatures are stunned for a moment in the doorway by the sheer amount of energy start to fan out.
And the wall of flame lasts for a minute.
This one's going to take his first action to shove Lucy, who just ends up pushing her out of the doorway. Hilda and take a second action to move up. Actually, no, they have a specific motivation. Oh, I forgot about that. That's fine. That'll just activate now. And Rainer, you're going to need to make, as this creature starts running past you,
And
make me a fortitude save.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeff, was there something?
oh no, it's just like I was just saying that the wall of fire is still there for a minute.
Mhm.
So anything crossing through it will take damage.
It's a 19 on my fort check.
Well, fortunately, they're all already inside it, so.
Yeah, they're not passing through it. They're exiting out of it.
They're not passing through it.
Well,
Is it pass through or start their turn in?
start their turn in or pass through.
If it was
So-
start,
Yeah, they would have taken that damage now then.
Now, yeah.
I'm trying not to do retroactive damage, as I've been trying not to do retroactive damage this entire time. Please let me know of your continuous abilities before they are retroactively relevant. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
good to know that's still there, and they will all be exiting that space. Rainer, fortitude save
19.
19. Okay, you're fine. I can just look at this slightly bigger in the actual bestiary. Here's a suggestion for stat blocks. If you have an attack, here's a bad way to frame it. As ghoul, but 3d6.
What?
Because then you have to go to the ghoul stat block.
It put the monster's ability in the stat block with the monster.
And admittedly, the ghoul is the stat block above it, but I had cropped out the stat block.
As would make sense.
Specific monster.
Redundant information is not a bad thing when you're dealing with different monsters.
Yeah. It's fine. It's not an ability I intend to use this moment, but it's frustrating.
It's something that
I'm not crazy or weird for wanting.
it's a
I mean,
reoccurring
I'm just-
thing where they have an
I'm just
ability.
gonna say it. There is a certain level of playtest leeway that I will give something. And
yeah.
we are what, 4 modules for adventure in on this?
Hmm.
We reached our limit about a module ago.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
when you have something referred to something, it goes like, see this other entry, which then goes, see this other entry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating.
Anyway,
Well, hopefully all of that will be done for the actual book that's announced because we are late.
I'm being attacked by a ghast.
Yeah, who I doubt it. What's your AC?
27.
No.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even have my shield raised.
Yeah.
That's just me in armor, no shield.
Fuck.
Admittedly, he rolled naturally fairly low, but no.
When I raise my shield, my AC becomes 30.
Heavy
hate
armor
you.
dwarf.
The shields can be permanently destroyed in this system.
Yes, they can. But it takes a lot more to permanently destroy my shield.
That's fair. You got all. This is what happens when you let the paladin get all the magic shit. He has the AC that's just out.
Which is why we gave him all the magic shit.
Excuse me, shield wall coming through.
This one is also going to take an action to shove Lucy because she is still kind of in the way.
Shove, da-da-da, shove, da-da-da.
And
Poor woman.
I mean, better to be shoved than clawed.
that's
not
fair.
wrong. You're not wrong.
Clawing her doesn't actually get her out of the way yet. So
That too. Murder is only good if it has a purpose to it.
These undead are awfully organized, is what I'm saying.
yes, they do seem to be. You would notice that. Actually, you're in a different room.
You know,
No, I'm standing right here.
You're right there. You would notice that.
in retrospect, in a world where clipping things and posting them online is doable, murder is only good when it has a purpose. May not have been my best line.
It's fine,
I
we've
feel
said
like
word.
I was in the middle of a tabletop game, and that was a pseudo in character statement is a fine defense.
We've said worse on World of Darkness streams.
We said worse on.
Darkness streams. I feel like we've probably said worse on this stream because we were playing Curse of Strahd.
There, yeah, we've said worse a lot in this. In
To
this
be fair,
series of things.
we would say worse than that if we were playing a My Little Pony game.
Well,
I
that
feel
would
like
be
This
the.
is us.
That might actually have the opposite effect and lead to us being even worse.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
see,
it absolutely
that would be
but
the intention in My Little Pony. Like,
By the way, we need to find a way to play. Never mind.
this is my.
I have a thought, and I will explain it later.
I'm John, and I'm playing.
I'm in the middle of
I'm playing the pony named Fuckopolis. My cutie mark is just a nuclear mushroom in the shape of a penis.
Isn't that Hedon? Aren't you already playing that character?
Yes, but not as a pony.
I mean, it depends on how much he's being paid, I assume.
That's fair. Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
I
It
called
wouldn't.
dibs on Sparkle Death Scythe.
It wouldn't take much to get Hedon in a saddle.
All right. And the other three are just going to move up to the paladin.
Yes, maintain shotgun formation.
Because they are purposeful. They are not exactly bright. So first round of attacks, a 21 would hit because that's your AC.
No, my AC is 27.
Sorry, never mind.
Heavily armored dwarf.
I mean, a 7 does look like a 1, kind of. So it's fair.
I just did not retain the information you told me properly.
See, 27's only my AC when I do raise my shield.
All three of the additional ones that swipe at you, who swipe a claw and a bite, both of which cling off of your armor, but you are kind of surrounded.
Oh, that's fine.
And you're going to need to actually make me 3 more fortitude saves.
For what it's worth, hang on. I'm trying to remember if I'm immune to diseases in this setting, in this game. Boop, Paladin. Let me look at my stuff.
Oh yeah, because paladins get that kind of thing in most settings.
In some, yeah, but not all. That's why I'm checking. Nope, not in this setting. In this setting, you can get a thing that makes you more resilient to them if you take it.
Mm-hmm.
So 26, 21, 24.
Yeah.
I was gonna say don't worry about it, but seriously, don't worry about it.
I have a +4. I have a +15 to my fortitude save.
Yeah. You would actually need to roll a 1 to be affected.
Oh.
I'm making you roll anyway because playtest, but
Yeah, and there's always a chance I roll a 1.
yeah. Well, they've learned that they probably shouldn't go after you and that you're not that important to them. But, you know, it's fine.
There was a 4 in there.
Mooksy.
Yep. So Mooksie's like, what the fuck is going on out there? And I spend an action to move my, 20 feet?
It's a goblin, probably.
As a bokoblin?
25.
That's right, goblins are faster than dwarves.
1, 2. Oh, hell no. 3, 4, 5. And I am going to Yeah, I will go ahead and cast spiritual weapon. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And within range, so in the range is 120 feet for spiritual weapon in this game. But you know what? The Rainier looks like he's doing fine.
Oh, I'm fine.
Let's go ahead and put it right here. On the opposite side of the one nearest me.
All right. This one?
Right there.
Okay.
I'll say there are 2 equidistant from you, Jeremy.
There we go. Your spiritual weapon is a box. It's actually whatever you want it to be, but it's shaped like a box, right?
It's a favored weapon of my my deity, who is I don't know at the moment. I'm sure I've got it listed somewhere, but
It's probably in your character info at the top of the character sheet.
Callistria.
Hey, Lord Pathfinder lore people, what's Callistria's?
Hang on. The rulebook says it.
Callistria favored.
Callistria's favorite weapon is a whip.
Okay.
Yes!
That works. That works.
Yes, motherfuckers. And this one at the the one closest to the door that's closest to me is getting, well, I would say 30 lashes, but it's only 1 attack, so 1 lash.
Is getting a lash.
Yep.
That is a good thing about the cone blast of healing energy. You can heal and attack undead things at the same time.
God damn it.
Specifically the undead. It's almost like they knew what was coming in this playtest.
Attack roll. Charisma. Thank you.
Because with my spell slots and this feat, I basically get to like just repeatedly go poof, 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 as long as I stay in cone formation.
Yep. But
Tightening this so
as a reminder to the most of you that have spells, please remember to mark them off as you use them.
Yep.
Still didn't do it. Fuck you, thing. So it's
You want to just type it out?
Yeah, I'm figuring that. So it's plus my charisma plus my proficiency. So that would be plus 11. Yep, I'm rolling dice, folks.
Yeah. I don't think that one has a catastrophic failure thing, so
You just miss.
sorry.
Natural one, folks.
There's a lot of things you can blame this system for. I'm going to argue that's not one.
No. My die rolling is not Paizo's fault.
All right.
Hashtag dice.
Oscalar takes stock of what is happening and starts bolting for the place in the mansion that is safest, his panic room. Because he has a suspicion about why people are here.
You shitbird.
That's fine. He's going where I wanted him to go.
Still a shitbird.
He doesn't have a movement speed. Thanks, Paizo.
Human movement speed is 25.
Cute. Yep.
Come on, Aaron, don't you know that amidst the 9,000 rules you have to know for this?
Hey, I remembered properly what the sick condition is. So
Fair.
Which also means that he can move 75 feet around.
right, he
Has 3
also
moves.
gets multiple actions. I'm used to Star Wars where minions are a thing, and minions don't get quite as much as heroes do. But yeah, he's bolting off, and as he does, he has box text.
His head explodes.
That's not box text.
It could be. It could be very descriptively exploding.
With a sorrowful glance, the professor cries out, "My students, my friend, and I'm so sorry for what's to come. I must retreat to Somberfell's basement and now, so that I can cause no harm. Please, adventurers, won't you keep my students safe until morning comes and use everything at your disposal? Oh, now I must go." What wrote that way, but they did, so you know.
I was just waiting for you to like hit the box text is Omiwa Moshinderu. I don't know what that means.
Uxie just looks over at Derasia. Is like, you realize I'ma kill that motherfucker, right?
We need information first, but then afterwards you're free to do whatever you feel like.
As long as I'm free to do whatever I like, I have your word on that.
After we've got the information.
Once we fulfilled our contract.
All right. Whatever.
Because once we
This isn't exactly the time for that sort of conversation, I say as I have 4 ghouls on me.
You shush, we'll get to you.
Lucy is gonna scoot into the corner because she is entirely unprepared for this. She will pull up one of the flame torch sconces on the floor as a kind of makeshift weapon, but she's mostly seems to be hoping that she can stay out of this, or at least not get in your way. The two in that room, for those that can still see them, take cover behind the couch because that's what's there. Or I guess loungy thing. We decided it had a specific name in the box text.
Yes, it's one of those backless couch things.
Yes.
It's a Shea lounge.
It's a divan.
Same thing.
The point is, they're hiding behind that because really there's nowhere for them to go that's particularly secure at the moment.
It's the worst couch to hide behind, though.
It doesn't have a back.
What? I'm gonna give them a chance to make that slightly better. You hear a crash sound as seemingly by their combined efforts, it is pushed up so that it's on its side.
That's better.
Actually useful as cover, yeah.
It's now more of a barricade.
I just like the idea of we're hiding. Get behind the couch. Wait, there's no back. Fuck.
Hey, look, the idiot kids are more useful than the teacher.
Why do you think he brought them with him?
Technically kids, because they're like post grads, but
They're kids.
They're older than you, Mooksy.
Mooksy's also a goblin.
I am older in fucking life experience.
You don't know their lives.
No, Mooksy is making generalizations about their lives and is probably accurate.
They've been living in academia their whole life.
Unless they have long drawn out histories written into the book. Tell me, since I already know since we discussed this after last game.
I
do
decided that they had histories and did write them histories. Thank you very much. Also, the elf is definitely older than you because she's probably older than you can live.
I think Zane is older than Mooksy can live.
Spending
150 years drooling doesn't count.
Anyways.
Moving on.
It's Zane's turn.
It's Zane's turn, sorry. Alright, Zane. That fire is still going, I believe, if you have concentration up, but
Not doing
they have
much.
seemed to pass it.
I mean, it's potentially keeping other undead out.
Yeah, very possibly.
So, Zane raises his hand, chants a few words, and he is going to cast Disrupt Undead on this guy. He needs to make a Fortitude save.
All right. What's your DC?
Versus DC 21.
Unfortunately, that is just a success. 23.
So on a he takes half damage then. So
All right. This guy, correct?
no, the one closest to me.
All right.
This one.
Yep, got it. Half damage of
1d10 positive
Plus
damage.
4. It's heightened, so it's 1d10 plus 4.
Ah.
Because we have the ability to cast third level spells now.
Yeah.
All of those ones.
So God.
I
Takes
believe,
2 damage.
keep in mind, I believe heighten's only come into play if you are casting at that level.
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. It's automatically heightened to the highest level that
Yeah.
I can cast,
Yeah.
which in this case would be third. Well, it's heightened to a third level.
Mhm.
So it does 1d10 plus my casting amount modifier. So
Yeah.
yeah, and he takes a whole 2 points of damage. I've been rolling crap on my damage.
That's okay. It happens. Yeah, Dreja.
Gracia brings the hammer back and thrusts her holy symbol out and is going to use one of her 5 channel energies to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
They only need to make another fortitude save. Or take 13 positive energy damage this time.
Your DC is 23?
14 plus 7, 21.
Okay. So one of them did succeed. We'll see about that's gonna hit all of them. So those 2 fail. Critical fail and fail. Yeah. All right. So the first one I did. So that's gonna be this back one. succeed, so takes half damage. The rest fail, except for this guy who takes a critical fail.
One of them takes 26 points of damage. Disintegrate.
Yep.
And the rest take 13, except for the one guy who succeeded, who takes 6.
This one's dead. It seems the ones that failed all of their saves are all now dead. Even the one who succeeded his most recent save.
Hmm.
All right. You've culled the number of ghasts available.
All right. My turn.
That would make it, yeah.
I am the Anvil of Torag.
Time to see if these guys have a reaction for opportunity attacks. 5, 10.
Seem
Thinking
good.
of this, I'm trying something.
All right.
Oh, look there. Now I got it to work.
And let me read exactly what this does. Is it a target? Target. Question.
Yep.
If I knock someone into another person, what happens?
They both fall. I'm going to say the second one gets to make whatever save or contested roll the first one gets to make, if there is one, or a DC I set otherwise, because I just don't care enough to look up the details of. I'm sure Pathfinder has a complex calculation.
All right. So Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song starts playing as I am going to use my remaining 2 actions to Ring of the Ram one ghast into the other.
Okay.
First, I have to make an attack against their touch AC. So,
Okay.
and level 2. Wow. Wait, did that roll? Yes, it did.
Yes, roll it 2.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
Hey, that seems reasonable.
Yep. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit. Sorry.
Their touch AC.
AC.
Their touch AC is still higher than 10. Sorry.
Well, I can roll a 2. That's my turn.
Ram's head goes flying past them.
This giant ram's head comes out, but unfortunately dissipates without making contact.
Look down. How the fuck did I miss? Oh well, I am in between them and Lucy, and that's the important part.
Yep. Thanks. So that's your actions, meaning it's their turn. They have eyes on their target. So,
Please run past me and keep a nice conical formation as you chase down the scholar.
Yep. See, yeah, he has to spend all 3 of his movements. But he can actually get up to Oscalar, which matters because Oscalar now has to make a fortitude save. That he drastically fails. Great. Good job. He's good at rolls.
That dude ran fast.
Yeah, he took all 3 of his actions to run and has a 30-foot speed.
Wow. Okay. And I've got nothing.
Definitely, all of you who might have fought undead before get the sense that this is a specifically organized mass.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let me check something really quick
Oh,
because
sorry.
I may have.
Still within.
I need to look at my army of feats.
Oh, fair enough.
He's still within the reach of my cone.
You have to have line of sight though on that.
I don't think so. I think it's just also the stairs don't necessarily block line of sight because they just have a railing.
Yeah, but there is a wall there.
Yeah, keep in mind that the wall goes into a different room, so
Yeah, there's that black line. That black line is the wall.
you'll probably need to get up to like here to see.
Okay, never mind. I thought for some reason I thought I had like a version of opportunity attack that was spell related, but I do not.
That's fair. There's a lot of things, and it's been a few weeks.
There's
but
a lot of things. The Pathfinder playtest story.
Yeah.
Go.
I mean, it's Pathfinder, but it doesn't specify line of sight anywhere.
Yeah, no, the spell does not specify line of sight.
This one's gonna take 2 of his actions to move. See what's going on. And
Proceed to sit down and eat a sandwich.
yeah, no, I just realized that Zane is gonna need to make a fortitude save as this creature runs past.
Oh, wonderful.
As the smell reaches your nostrils.
Yeah, essentially.
Fortitude. There we go.
Nice.
Not bad. I hope.
Yeah, you're fine. This next one understands that Ragnar's not.
Ragnar?
Rainier.
Rainier. And is gonna go for the one who cast the shiny thing. And
Okay.
The undead Barney spell.
no, the one who's been doing a lot of the damage.
You are unfortunately outside of the range of my assistance.
That's fine.
25.
Is my armor class
Okay.
So
without my shield raised.
I hate you all.
that is a hit. And also, do all 3 of them need to make fort saves for the smell?
Yes, Alter, thank you.
15.
16.
A natural 20.
Natural 20.
Now you're just showing off.
2 of you are fine. Dreja, you have the sick condition for a round, which means
DC was 16.
Nice.
Oh, wait, hang on. I need to check on a thing. Because I've put names of things here, but don't have text for all of them.
you're sick 1. If you can be made sick.
Yeah, I'm checking here what the toughness feat does for me. I think
It just
actually
adds health.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, toughness feat is just health.
I'm sorry, am I reading this right?
Yeah,
For
it's
sick?
not super relevant, but you're just really not feeling well.
I mean, no. That's fine. You can choose to puke to
To feel
get
better, yeah.
Which lets you make a fortitude save, yeah.
Okay, Pathfinder is my new favorite system. Just for that just for that super silly mechanic.
That's great. Yeah, fair enough.
I'll barf in a minute.
You currently have a reduce. You currently have all of your checks have a -1 penalty.
That's fine because casting heal is not a check.
But you also have attack that missed you. And he actually gets a second attack because he didn't move more than 30 feet. 24 does hit, though.
25 is my AC.
Oh,
The first one hit.
The
Alright.
first one
I'm-
hit. The second one misses.
okay.
My AC is 25 until I put my shield up, at which point it becomes 27.
So the first one hits, which is good because that's the one that does more damage.
I would really like it if somebody had a spell that catapulted me across the house.
I mean, I feel like there is a long stride equivalent spell.
The spell's called Long Stride, yes.
Okay.
I just don't have it. Because I don't
Yes.
cast spells. Because I'm a paladin.
What if I cast a spell that threw a catapult in your face?
So you
That
take
would not be the objective.
So how much?
and are under the effects of an ability that is informed to me as Asgul, but DC 14.
Okay.
Fuck
How much
you,
damage?
Paizo.
10 piercing.
10 piercing. All right.
As ghoul, but 14.
You're under the effect Asgul, but DC 14. Make a save. What save?
What the
Any
fuck
save.
is
Make a fortitude
As
save.
ghoul.
Make a fortitude save against.
You fail, you become a ghoul.
26. I'm good.
Yeah, you're fine.
You become as a
Sorry.
ghoul. That's obviously the effect.
I get it. It's not fair to bitch to
Oh
you guys
my
about it. But, yeah, and Ghoul Fever.
I'm gonna
which
make
I-
that a spell in 5th edition.
Oh, ghoul fever. Okay, yeah.
No, so sorry. There are two abilities. One
Oh.
is Ghast Fever, which is
Okay.
distinct from Ghoul Fever, which I was just accidentally looking at. And one of them is Paralysis. Both are applied by this attack. Both require independent fortitude saves, so make me another fortitude save.
21.
You're fine. And one of
I'm sorry, forgive me. For a moment, I thought I understood a Pathfinder mechanics there. I was clearly wrong.
No, and the ability Paralysis, not the ability Ghast Fever, has the label as Ghoul, but DC 14.
I hate iterative abilities. Like iterative spells makes a certain amount of sense
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you have
no,
the spells stacked next to each other. Iterative abilities for different monster stat blocks is dumb.
Yeah. And especially in a context like this. Sorry. I thought I had everything figured out. It's also not the only place on this character sheet that is done. Man.
Aaron, I'm going to go out on the limb here and say the fault is not yours on this one.
No.
I generally expect that when I pull out a stat block from most systems, I will have the information necessary to run that monster.
That is a fair thing to expect.
Because
Final
I'm
Show
not-
Films, folks, not sponsored by Paizo.
Though if you want to sponsor us, you'd have to pay different amounts depending on whether or not you want to say nice things or just be responsible and play the thing.
I mean, maybe if you make your fucking playtest make sense.
Yeah. All right. So Dreja did get hit with damage, and I probably took too long explaining all of that.
No, you're good. You're
I
good.
took 1/8 of my maximum hit points because I have exactly 80 hit points, and they did 10 damage to me.
Yeah.
Cool. My turn.
Yep.
All right, sweet.
Set it on fire, Mooksy.
Or
So
go after the other one. I can kill that one. It's the only one I can reach.
I will spend an action to move. It moves and attacks in one action. It's the way the spell reads, at least the way it's read to me.
That's fine.
Yes, every time you concentrate on the spell, you can move the weapon to a new target within range if you choose to do so, and then make a strike with it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna try and smack this one, and since I know that I managed to fix it, where's my spells?
Do.
I just made generic spell attack attack, so I can.
Really? Really?
You're rolling dice.
What
Sorry.
annoys me is not only did I roll a natural 3 on the attack, but the damage with auto rolls was also a 1.
If it makes you feel, if it makes you feel any better, you probably didn't hit to get that shitty damage roll.
That's true. That
Yeah,
makes me feel
sorry.
much better.
These things have a
Thank
fairly
you,
decent
William.
AC.
So, okay. So somebody clarify this for me because I'm not going to go looking in the book. If I have a concentration spell up, can I cast a non-concentration spell in this Verdamp system?
Yes.
I believe yes.
Okay. Then I am casting Disrupt Undead, which is one of my cantrips.
Okay.
And has a range of 30 feet. So yeah, we're
The
just
fortitude save, right?
Yes.
believe.
It's the same
Yeah.
one as Zane just cast.
Yes.
It fails.
Hey, look,
So the-
another 1 on the damage.
Take
I
5
think
more
it's-
damage.
I think it's mad that I keep shit talking this.
I was gonna say, I think that your dice curse is like, you're upset. Let me make it worse.
Whatever. I just did damage. I did better than I did last round,
Fair enough.
and that
Um,
is my 3 actions. So there you go.
Okay.
Mooksy does not privately will not say anything about it, but privately does not give a shit about the fact that a ghoul went to go eat the doctor.
Oscalar gets a little further away from the ghoul and starts fumbling with the lock that takes him 2 actions to unlock.
Yeah, you're gonna get it.
Hi, Deadpool.
Not
Is
if
there
I
a
haven't
specific
seen it.
reason Deadpool's here, or is he just joining us?
He's just watching.
Okay.
We get goofy at night.
Deadpool likes D&D.
Oh.
He told me himself.
Oh. I could see him enjoying it. Lucy's gonna stay there unless anyone's given her specific orders or wants to.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, Deadpool likes D&D because it's weird for him because he's meta aware of himself in every context, which means that he's aware of himself when he makes himself as a character in D&D.
Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe 2 now has a plot, and I'm not sure I appreciate you.
I mean, that would be Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe 3. He's already done it twice.
There's already been a second one.
Deadpool Kills the Marvel tabletop role-playing
I
universe.
clearly haven't read Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe 2. I didn't mean to.
I didn't realize there was a 2.
We'll move
It's
the
called again,
rage at
but
me
yeah.
for making bad things about Deadpool.
It's
In
not as good as
the
the first one, but it's
other category, those two are just going to remain hidden again, unless the players instruct them. And
Nope.
Zane, it's your turn. There's one directly in front of you, and there's some that are running after.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to do this. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now I do have line of sight on this guy, right? From
Yes,
here?
from there, definitely.
Okay. I am going to reach out and I'm going to use my last 2 actions to cast heal on this ghast, and I'm going to use my healing font feat to use a spell point. So I'm not using a spell slot, but this makes this cast at 4th level.
You might be out of range there.
I've got reach spell, which doubles my reach.
Nice.
Good.
I
to
don't have
have.
I don't have the cone, but I do have a 60-foot reach on this thing. So it needs to make a fortitude save. And since this is at 4th level, that's 78.
That makes my life easier then.
I don't think they change with level anymore, but it's definitely fail. Oh, the
No, not the DC, the dice.
78
No,
damage. Cool.
yeah.
Your DC is 78.
Yeah, no. 7.
Look, it's Pathfinder. I've heard horror stories.
What the fuck?
I mean,
Well,
Holly did have a character whose AC got to 83, I believe, was the highest it reached.
83 or 90 something.
so DC 21.
Yay, it melted.
You have healed another ghoul to death.
And I used a spell point.
All right. Deja.
Okay.
I can get to the one in front of you. I cannot get to that other one, for what that's worth.
How do melee touch attacks work again, John?
It's a melee attack against their touch AC.
Is it just my strength?
Is it a spell? Yeah, it'd be if it's a spell, yeah, it's your strength.
Okay. So I just roll a strength check with proficiency or whatever.
Yep, strength plus proficiency against their touch AC.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll a d20 plus 11. Because I'm gonna use another one of my channel energies to just use one action and lay a hand on this ghast in front of me. 26.
That'll hit.
Okay. At 3rd level, this will be 1d8, 3d8, 5d8 plus 4. $18 positive energy damage.
That precisely kills him.
And then I have 2 more actions.
Yep.
So
Do the ranged version. Like how we
he's
spent,
exactly within range, actually. So yeah.
I like how we spent all of our healing, or most of our healing, on killing zombies.
I've used one of my 3rd level spells, and this makes 3 of my channel healings. I have 4. So I use my 3rd channel healing, leaving me with 1. And he doesn't get. I don't make an attack roll against him. He just needs to make a fortitude save, or take 35 positive energy damage.
Rolls an 11 or lower, he takes 70.
Yeah, because I'm doing it at range. He needs to make a fort save rather than me making an attack roll. You there, Aaron?
Yeah. Fortitude save. Sorry. Fails.
Yeah, so that's 35 positive energy damage to the one remaining ghast.
All right. It's dead.
Blast!
Okay.
With all of them dead, and Oscalar finishes his hiding himself away in the basement. Lucy,
Broken lock.
still holding a candle sconce, says she doesn't have a weapon on her, will run to the door and close it in the face of, I believe, the still being concentrated on fire.
Yep.
Yes.
Zane, you can drop the fire now, please. We don't want to set the house on fire.
You don't want to set the
sturdy
house on
house.
fire.
I also don't think that's how that magic works.
We don't want to set the house on fire with us inside it.
You don't want to
Fine.
set the house on fire with us inside it.
Please
Fine,
don't set the house
fine.
on fire with me inside of it.
They don't call us inflammable goblins for nothing. That's all I'm saying, folks.
Do we think that there will be more of them?
Your professor,
I don't know.
Your professor certainly thought there would be.
Why don't we ask? Yeah, why don't we ask?
Apparently he would know.
I think you should go around and bar the doors.
Right. We should.
Let's go check on the good
I will-
professor.
I will go around barring the doors. The rest of you go check on the professor.
I will take a second to just cast a base first level heal on myself.
Okay, maybe, folks, maybe I'm gonna admit I zoned the fuck out when when Zombie Prof was spouting his nonsense.
And then I'm
Because I
gonna
was
retch.
busy imagining his head exploding. But is there a reason why we aren't strapping the asshole to a horse and riding, grabbing the kids and riding for the hills right now, rather than barricading us inside somewhere we can't escape from?
Because
If I might make a suggestion, the Dominion of the Black has a fair amount of necromancy to their name. While we absolutely could make a journey if you are confident, and it is entirely possible they have a high amount of advantage at night.
because
Says as he and Victoria come out of the study, clearly both a little shaken, but completely uninjured.
Do I manage to retch out this sickness with a 16?
Yeah, you're fine.
to give
Barely.
to give you further counter, because Zane can't see at night. Three of our scholars can't see at night. I don't move particularly fast. Neither does Dreja.
And one of them's going to be possessed.
And one of them's going to be possessed and trying to break away, which is something we don't want to happen. That's why we're locking him in the basement.
How far are we from?
You're about. I want to get this right.
Didn't we travel for most of the day to get here?
Yes, but there's a specific amount of time, so I can.
Yeah, because we have a destination.
And we're demanding hazard pay when we get back.
Oh, absolutely. It was not in the contract.
There was no contract. They asked you for a favor.
It was a verbal contract.
You wrote a letter.
It's still a contract, even if it wasn't one that was signed.
They didn't say anything about being attacked by undead.
If you didn't sign the contract, it's not binding.
Hence why hazard pay.
25 miles northeast of Rosenport. And the city of Rosenport definitely would be more secure than the manor, but is not necessarily like full of high-level adventurers who could stop an attack.
25 miles on horseback with an
It really depends.
willing passenger.
It's going to be a long way.
Much rather take our chances here and
I
deal
am
with
trying to figure out how to alter the bounds of reality to get my 450 feet I can fly with angelic wings 25 miles, and it's not working. And Moxie looks really angry about that fact.
So, again, let's go strap the professor down somewhere downstairs so that our academics and the rest of you can study his affliction, figure out how we can rid him of it, so we can then strap him to a horse and drag him where he needs to go.
And then once he's got his information and we've completed our task, and I am no longer at least partially responsible for your actions, you're free to do whatever the hell you want.
And free to reap the repercussions of whatever it is that you want to do.
I mean, what are the repercussions for somebody who for delivering justice to somebody who brought an undead horde down upon?
From me, nothing. From the rest of the Palatine I have no idea.
But if the Palatine gets what they want out of him, will they care?
To be fair, he didn't bring the undead horde down on us. The people who are trying to control his brain brought the undead horde down upon us.
Well, when would you get to locking the doors and windows down here, and we'll go strap the professor down?
I don't really think it's the time, but if you really need it later, so only one of you understand, sir.
Yeah.
I'm making give a quite comprehensive lecture on the history of judgment as pertaining to possession in by dark for.
Is she signing all of this?
Yeah.
Beings.
I will
Okay.
sign back. I appreciate it, and will probably take you up on that.
Also, guys, I apologize. I'm not using sign language. I do speak sign language, but not with enough particular vocabulary. For
Yeah,
it
no, legit.
to-
I-
For an elf vocabulary. Yeah.
I don't. Katie does, and I would have to ask her how to get a dwarven accent through sign language.
That's a really interesting question, and definitely worth exploring at some.
Very
Sign
emphatic.
things, yeah,
angry
sign
signing.
things very emphatically.
Anyways,
Because yeah, there are definitely accents in sign language.
Yeah.
I apparently speak in a bad one.
anyways.
But moving on, because it's late and we get distracted. After spending a few minutes sort of squabbling over this and healing the one member of your party who was injured, did I gather you're making your way down to the basement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can. I am grabbing the Gulan gas bodies, dragging them to the door. Because the last thing we need are these things somehow brought
Oh, yeah.
back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
life. Opening the door and throwing them into the. Wait, is the wall of fire gone?
Yeah. By this point, the wall of fire is gone.
It doesn't.
Motherfucker!
Just throw them out.
Muxie is just having a bad day.
Oopsie looks at-
the gas
Isn't there a
bodies
fireplace
all-
in the main room?
You're not gonna burn the bodies in the house.
You fucking A right I am.
You want to deal with that smell.
You
Are you-
suspect that would make the fortitude saves harder, but you could do
In
it.
enclosed locations, you want to gasify the smell of these corpses in an enclosed location.
Okay, so who's going where?
I'm
I'll throw
going
them
down. I'm going down to the professor.
Down to the professor. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
And then I'm fortifying exits, so I will not be going down to the professor.
Yeah, the two clerics are going to see the professor.
Yeah.
The spiritual aid.
Stay a while and listen.
I'll show you spiritual.
And apparently you are taking the researchers with you.
Yes.
Okay.
They're staying at the back.
Yes.
They're
they are.
staying on the stairs.
So that means
Wait,
that leaves
Mooksie's character.
so that leaves Mooksy and I cleaning up and barring doors.
All right.
The unlikeliest pair.
We will figure that out second. Or
Yep.
actually, no. Let's because it. All right. So the front doors are there. They have a latch lock to them, but you don't suspect that would necessarily stop the undead hordes. What are you planning to do to bar them?
There are supply crates in that one root closet, isn't there? I say as I move over towards that closet.
There are.
Basically, just
Probably.
taking. I am a hefty lad. I will grab the heaviest boxes I can find and stack them in front of the door,
All right.
and sort of brace them against each other and the door.
Yep, you can definitely do that.
And then using my crafting tools, I will break apart some more crates that don't have anything particularly important in them and use the boards to board up windows on the first floor.
Who cares if it's important or not? Use a picture frame. Yeah.
Yeah, so I will use my crafting tools to board up windows on the first floor as well.
Yeah. All right. It takes 10 minutes to build a barricade in a single 5-foot square, or 5 minutes for two people working together. Mooksy, are you going to be working on the barricade, or are you
Probably
gonna...
not the first barricade, because the first barricade, Mooksy is taking the gas bodies,
Alright.
dragging them outside, arranging them in a particular manner, coming inside, grabbing a torch, and lighting them all on fire, so that if anybody comes to visit, they spell out in burning words, fuck off, go away.
Got it. Got it. We're really embracing the gothic survival horror narrative. Got it.
Unfortunately, it's put in such a way that it's fuck go off away.
Don't dead open.
Don't
inside.
dead open inside.
All right. So you are starting to build that barricade as I check a thing.
What is that from?
Don't
What?
dead open
Don't
inside.
dead open inside.
Yeah, don't
The
dead
Walking
open
Dead.
inside.
The Walking
Okay.
Dead. Because on one of the doors in the hospital that they closed, on one side it says "Don't open," on the other side it says "Dead inside." But because we read left to right, not top down, it's "Don't dead open inside."
All right. So you've got time to, you're starting to build that barricade. The rest of you made your way down to where the professor is. You're all kind of squished onto the staircase because there is that secondary door that the professor locked. Seemingly the more secure lock was the one on the top door, which you kind of
Broke.
Bashed in. Yeah.
bashed in, is no longer at all functional. He doesn't seem to be possessed yet at this time, for what that's worth, but also seems to be trying viscerally to ignore you, staring at the mad script upon the walls.
Okay, one, you guys are going to have to explain some of this. Two, let's get this guy locked up.
All right, what are you using to lock him up?
Well, let's see. What do I have in my pack? What random stuff did I buy?
But yeah, they can make a roll. On the...
As someone who is trained in religion, because I haven't asked this question yet, do I know anything about possessions?
You can make me a religion check.
I would like to do that too.
26.
Natural one, but
But with the 26, there are a lot of things that can lead to possession, and they vary quite a bit. Like the way a ghost might possess a body or an item is magically distinct from something like a Pathfinder illithid, who might or might not be actual illithids.
Yeah, they're just called illithids.
Okay.
I did have formal training. I
Mental
don't know.
abilities of sort of possession and enslavement. Both could be the case in this. It sounds like it's part of specifically a necromantic ritual, which with a critical success strikes you that knowing very little about this specific situation, you'd generally agree with Oscalar's assessment that they probably need him physically to complete the ritual.
So keeping him chained here is basically keeping him from finishing the ritual.
Yeah, if they drag him off, they get everything that's in his brain and also his cooperation.
Yeah.
So if they get their hands on him, fireball.
Yes, if it's a choice between him being taken away or not, or it starts with him being taken away or fireballing him, fireball is the choice. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Fair
the
enough.
conversation that is for as a reminder upstairs.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry. That was not out of character.
That was
As
out of
long
character.
as you got the
Sorry.
rules established.
All right. I'm just trying to regulate this because
No, absolutely. Yes.
We have a rules of engagement.
so
Unless
yeah,
there's
you
chains
would
down
know
here.
about- but they do get to actually, if you guys want to, you can also make this roll. You can make a society check if you would like to try and figure out anything about the writing.
Sure. I'm untrained in society, but we can try it. That's an 11. Probably nothing.
13. I'm trained in it, and I didn't get much better.
Yeah. The scholars look, and most of them seem unclear. Victoria, though, seems to recognize something, at least barely, and signs. Royce translating, as none of you currently speak sign. Apparently, it's not a language properly, but it does share similarities with Alco.
With what?
What's what? What's Alco?
That would be useful for them. It's a language of the Dark Plans. There's some speculation that it's extra planar in nature, though the exact details aren't really.
Would you say it's a fairly common language among the Empire of the Black?
They seem to consult each other. Perhaps, and he translates more. For example, it might be spoken by serpent folk or aboleths, but and obviously there's some linguistic connection to gnome, but it's not really perhaps that it would make sense. It's difficult to determine exactly
Can you read it?
what or whom the members of the Dominion are.
Can you make anything out of this, recognizing that it has some sort of similarities to the other language?
Yeah.
Says you should have run 10
So
minutes.
Zane,
ago.
you were looking for something to tie him up with in
Nope,
your.
I've got rope. I was hoping there might be some chains or something in the basement already.
Not really, no. Sorry.
Okay, then we're using rope.
Change door. Yeah. Okay.
Tying his hands behind his back and tying his feet together. Is there anything to tie him to?
Sure. There's some sort of like sconce holder or something on the wall. Though it's also worth noting that if you don't have dark vision, you're going to need to be using a torch or something because it's completely dark.
Yeah, I'm going to cast light on my mace again.
Okay. So you are concentrating on that.
Yeah.
It is worth noting also upstairs, the rooms that don't have torches are dark.
We
Okay.
both have dark vision.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know, but
Yeah, no, it's good to know.
indicating details of the environment.
Yes.
Make me, I guess that would probably be survival to time up.
Okay. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
actually trained in this.
Yeah, despite what werewolf movies
21.
have told us for years, it is actually very difficult to restrain yourself to the point that you can't escape if no one is helping you and you're doing this all secretly by yourself, because inherently you have to be able to escape from that by the time once the danger has passed.
It's almost like he had a specialized lock on his trap door.
That was broken.
It was. Yeah. But no, it is specifically called out to be special.
It looked really pretty as he bashed it in with a crowbar.
It was hard to open. Yeah, fair enough.
It did its job, so we
But
broke it.
yeah, you restrain him in the corner of the room. Still, he's sort of trying to ignore that you are here
Yes, you're gonna put
For
him in the far corner
I
here.
really must insist that you leave. While I appreciate the effort and sentiment, it has become clear that things are progressing at a much faster rate than would really be desirable for such an experimental process.
Well, unfortunately, you're kind of lacking a totally secure door, so you're going to get an armored dwarf standing on the stairs to keep you from going anywhere.
Be there in a minute.
Talking about me, you daft.
You probably cannot shout that far. Keep in mind that you're like
And
hundreds of feet away and also underground, but
that was again just me going. Ah.
yep. So, about 3 minutes into you building this barricade, as you finish tying up the professor. Why did they only put like bookmarks for the first half of this adventure?
I've
Because-
just finished. Foom! Ha ha, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you finished foaming the corpses. Make me a
Yeah.
fortitude save just as you walk back in, just because that would be a really strong.
I do choose voluntarily, and I will make a second fortitude save if you need me to. He just sort of that feels good.
It has increased the DC
Okay.
because you are asking for
I
it a
did
little
just take a deep breath.
bit. Yeah.
Fill your lungs with rot.
22.
Okay, you're fine. I put the DC at 20. You feel that moment of, I just inhaled corpses, though.
I mean,
Rotting corpses.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, it's still somewhat unpleasant.
You're an inflammable goblin, not a big belly goblin.
No, but let me tell you about this time. I went to. So there are certain places in town that you just don't go for your jerk chicken.
If you want me
Because
not to,
it's
if you
not
don't want me to
chicken.
barricade you outside, get in the door and stop talking.
I'd say this as I'm walking inside. Because it's not actually chicken. Hey, Rainier, I had a thought.
Yes.
Now I realize that we are barricading ourselves in a death trap. And sure, there are dumber ways to die, why not? But I couldn't help but notice that we are on the edge of a giant ass lake.
Yes.
If we're fighting an army of undead, there is the distinct possibility that at some point we will probably be fighting a fucking vampire. Am I wrong?
I mean, the likelihood is not zero, certainly.
Aren't vampires like vulnerable to running water?
Do I need to make a religion check?
Are they in this setting?
I don't know. I legitimately
Religion
don't
check
know.
if you would like to be accurate about it. You can also just continue this conversation with your own discretion.
Yeah, I'm continuing like Mooksy legitimately doesn't know.
That's a 28.
To the best of your knowledge, not specifically being an undead hunter, but
I
not
am specifically
being-
an undead hunter, actually.
Oh, sorry. To the best of your knowledge, specifically an undead hunter, like most vampires don't have a swim speed, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they like are harmed by running water.
They're not necessarily good swimmers, but no, they do not have a preternatural weakness to water.
So what you're saying is if we tie something really fucking heavy to them and throw it in the lake,
Then it'll certainly go down, but it will not die.
I mean, that's a win-win as I see it.
It'll be a very
If it can
annoyed
never
vampire.
get free.
It'll be
I'm
very
a-
annoyed, and it'll probably eventually get free.
but is eventually after we leave.
I have no
what are
idea.
your guys' perception bonuses, by the way?
My perception check is a +9.
My perception is
Thunder
6.
senses on the.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, I'm just standing on the stairs with my shield up. By the way,
We are inside at this.
11 for
by the
me.
way.
Yeah. I assume Mooksy is where he currently is on the map. Is that accurate or inaccurate?
Let's see. Where am I on the map?
You're sort of by the door.
Yeah, no, that's probably pretty legit.
Okay.
He just walked inside, and now
Yeah.
he's
Rainer,
talking
you're
as
about
Rainer shuts the door and barricades.
3-4 minutes into building this barricade, which you started on while Mooksy was still going in and out, but it's going to take maybe 10 minutes to finish. And
I feel like you don't have that time.
I need to look up the rule for precision,
Uh-oh.
which probably requires spelling the word precision correctly. Give me a moment.
these are gonna be some precise shots.
There's some snipers sitting outside on the hilltop.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Like on a grassy knoll, per se.
I am the reconnaissance sniper. I'm the only person who knows
Okay.
the prosnorculus.
Sorry, I had to answer the phone.
Oh.
How dare you?
What did I miss?
Apparently
We're
one of
having
us
this
is about to
big
get shot in the
conversation, and
head.
I needed to look up a word.
Oh.
What's your AC again?
27.
Well, that's so, Rainer, as you are sort of in the middle of constructing this barricade, you don't have your shield up, and you find a claw embedded between the flaps of your armor in your stomach as you look into the face of a previously stealthy vampire.
Hey! Right here!
I fucking
There you go.
God
drink game.
damn it, Mooksy.
You guys immediately call what's happening next in town.
Hey, Rainer, I have an idea.
Yeah. So because 29 would hit.
Yes, a 29.
Oh,
would hit.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't have my shield up, and I don't have the ability to raise it in reaction, so.
All right. Also, you are currently building.
Yeah,
something
I was also building something, so it's
to take that reaction this instant. But we're all gonna roll initiative.
Yes, we are.
How much damage did I take?
Oh, sorry. 8 slashing, and you are grabbed.
Fuck you, Mooksy.
da-da-da-da.
Much lower this time.
Let me see if I have anything that affects my armor.
You don't get to say much lower on anything if you're rolling a 17.
Well, I went to 17 from 26.
Points at my initiative.
Yeah, what was your initiative last time?
Like 16, so I think I actually dropped about the same as you did.
You dropped 6. I dropped
The vampires get to use stealth because they were sneaking in
9.
here.
I took 4 points of damage, you said?
You took 8.
8.
Um,
I'm at 100. I have 100 hit points left.
Vampire will fix that.
It took me from 108 to 100.
um,
Oh, and the ghouls are still on the initiative.
Oh no,
Oh.
sorry. My last initiative was 29.
because there are more gas, but they don't get to keep their old initiative.
Uh-huh.
So I dropped by 12. I dropped by
So-
literal double what you dropped, Jeremy.
So what you're saying is you have fast person privilege.
I do. No, I don't actually, because I move at a speed of 15 feet
I was
around.
gonna say, the dwarf really doesn't, even compared to the gnome. Or goblin, sorry.
I mean, we're
You move.
fast, not in racing speed. Fast means many things.
I have reaction time privilege, yes.
High initiative privilege.
All right. We're just going to remove those guys from the initiative for now.
For now.
For now, they'll be back.
If they are needed, they will roll in.
Spoiler alert.
Well, fortunately, I am able to. We've barricaded half the front door.
No, you haven't. You are 4 of 10 minutes into barricading half of the front door.
Never mind.
You
We've
have a
barricaded
couple- you
none of
have
the
a
front
box
door.
up there.
We have barricaded none of the front door. Mooksy, you're gonna have to stand right here.
Hold on. I have to go find something really heavy.
But, Mooksy, there's an attack coming at you from something you cannot yet see.
Mother bitch.
Which was a natural 1,
Ha ha.
It bites the
now?
door.
followed by a natural 2. And is pissed, so is going to make that attack that's going to be just, like, not
At
Not
minus
even
10.
bonus.
Minus 10 to the next attack.
Nope.
Do I know that something even attacked
Yeah.
me? Or
Yeah,
did it miss
you.
that
You're-
horribly that I'm just like a doody-doo?
No, I just forgot to open up the layer change.
I mean, I'm okay with that because I think that's funny.
It's like,
But
oops,
yeah, so
bends
what-
over, swipe over his head.
Actually
What
noticed,
was that?
as Redford makes this realization that there is a claw in his stomach, there is also a claw that comes at your face, and a claw that comes at your face, and a claw that comes at your face. But your face is way down there.
I just saw it as like one of those scenes from the from a Scooby-Doo episode where like somebody's sneaking up behind and goes to grab and just blithely moves unknowingly out of position.
That is almost entirely possible. Because I
Um,
can't roll either sometimes. Yep. Zane, there's nothing you would have heard yet. They were pretty sneaky. So you are still down there
I'm
interrogating.
still down there just watching him at the moment.
Yep. Make me a perception check just so I have a benchmark of how loud the top team will need to be.
24. At least I'm fairly perceptive.
Wow.
did you just go Lion King?
No, that's the
No.
beginning of the immigrant song.
Yeah.
Rainer,
Come from a land of the ice and
I'm-
snow.
Yes, I know the song.
Yeah.
All I heard was ha.
Wow. Anyways, I step over here. Actually, no, I don't step over there. I'm going to use all 3 of my actions to point my fist at the one that attacked Mooksy. Hopefully, this will make a loud enough sound if it hits.
Hadouken!
Okay.
There's a 21 hit.
yes.
It takes 24 points of force damage, and it needs to make an athletics check against me. I gotta.
As it goes, God damn it, Rainer! You made another hole in the wall.
As I launch it backwards. Hang on, so I need to make.
We're supposed to be barricading this shit, not making more holes.
Athletics versus athletics?
Yeah. And if I succeed, I shove it.
25. What did you get?
Did you just make separate attacks for each level, or
23.
Are you able to adjust that?
No, doesn't matter. What? Yeah, I made separate attacks for each level of the ring.
So they're not pushed, but that was a lot of damage.
So it is not pushed, but it does take 24 points of force damage as a ephemeral ram just erupts from my fist and into its face.
Yep. Okay.
That's my
That
turn.
definitely makes a loud sound. Then you hear something thud upstairs. Dresha, you probably do as well.
Mhm.
As I punch the air so hard.
Do you
it-
want me to roll a
it's still
perception
gonna-
check just in
Yeah,
case?
roll a perception check. Just see how loud they may be.
Perception.
Good to know.
13. I might not actually.
I don't
Or
think not yet.
they were building a barricade. Thumping is not out of the ordinary.
No, it's not.
That's fair. They might just be dragging a couch around now.
Fine.
Dresha,
Mooksy
I'm keeping my shield up because I'm worried about the professor being possessed and trying to attack me. So I just got my shield up, but that's
fair.
all I'm doing.
Rayner, do you have any actions left, or was that all?
That was all
three?
3 of my actions.
Okay. Dresha's watching the professor. He doesn't seem to be in that risk zone yet. And that makes it the gas turn. The team of gas that was left behind and didn't die in the first slaughter of gas.
The second strike team.
Strike Team Beta.
This is fine.
We're gonna
have a fine time.
You got this.
I mean, I killed that many gas by myself
Exactly.
last time. You can handle
It'll
it.
take me a little bit longer because I don't have area of effect attacks, but
First one's coming up and has an action left to attack Mooksy. I don't think that hits. 7 plus 9 is 12.
7 plus 9 is 16. But is it armor class or touch armor class?
Armor class.
Okay, no, 20.
I use my reaction for a retributive strike.
Retributive.
Go ahead.
Basically, if an ally, it's a reaction that triggers when an enemy attacks an ally or a creature that's friendly to me within 15 feet of me, and the first part of it doesn't matter because it didn't actually hit. The ally gains resistance to all damage from the triggering attack.
Yep.
However, if the enemy is within my reach, which this one is, I can make a melee strike against that creature with a -2 penalty to the attack roll, except if it's an undead, I ignore that -2 penalty. Because of my Shining Oath.
By the way, both of you will need to make fortitude saves because gassed.
And I don't have my
This
shield
is
up at the
for-
moment, so
This is for just the sickness?
Yeah.
Okay.
does a 19 hit it?
19 will hit.
Alright, so 17 slashing damage. And it is a magical axe.
All right.
Sweet!
30 on my fortitude check.
Yeah, you're both fine.
Like
Or wait,
15
no,
is
Luke
fine?
is not fine.
Yeah,
He is
okay.
16.
So I am sick one.
You're a sick one.
Sweet!
Vomit!
Again, do you have anything left in your stomach?
I didn't vomit the first time. I wasn't sick the
No,
first time.
I was the one that vomited the first time.
Besides, dry heaves are a thing.
Yeah. It specifically just says heaving. You don't actually have to.
You don't have to vomit. You can if you want, though.
Character choice.
Vomits
one-
usually follow heaving.
Enough to having gotten hit, move out of the way because actually
Oh, fuck
move
you.
is all at
Come
once.
Gassed.
Yeah, movement's all at once.
Never mind.
Yep, okay.
Um,
Whew.
Also, use 2 actions to get in there and 1 to attack.
One more of them can get into the building and has an action left with which to attack Mooksy and drastically miss. That was a
Okay.
natural one.
And we both make fort saves again.
Yes,
29.
28.
you're fine. Rainer, make another fortitude save, or make 2 more just because this is
28, 33.
yeah. You need to roll a natural one to fail this check. And both of them miss you with 4s. Natural 4s. They have a plus to them, but it's not good enough. The gas are useless, but they're here. They're the participation trophy. He's of the undead army. Mooksy, your turn.
Yes, it is absolutely my turn. I am going to first spend a hold on just 1 second.
Feel
here.
free to fireball me. I'll be fine.
I am first going to spend
Can you fireball him?
God. Are you sure?
I'll be fine.
Okay, I'm not fireballing, but I am first spending. I'm doing something different. I am spending I want to make sure that I can do this and still cast this spell. Yep, it's just VS. So okay, so that's my 2 actions. I'm spending my first action to puke on the vampire next to me.
Okay, make me a fortitude save.
Yep.
No, I've got a +10 to my reflex save, and I've got 100 hit points, so I'll be fine.
17. I'm good.
Yep.
So I befoul the vampire. And then I am casting Divine Wrath.
Yes.
So the way the spell reads, choose an alignment that your deity has. Chaotic, evil, good, or lawful. You can't cast it if you don't have a deity or your deity is true neutral. You deal 4d8 damage of that alignment, and creatures that match the alignment, shit, they're probably chaotic. Never mind.
I mean, vampires are usually lawful.
It is your call.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna save that one. Instead, I am going to Searing Ground
Mm-hmm.
the vampire that I just spit up on.
Okay.
So searing.
Why did it not
searing
count?
ground or searing light?
It says Searing Ground.
Huh.
Maybe I wrote it in wrong.
Because there is no searing ground in the spell book.
Does it start with you shoot a blazing hot ray of
yeah,
light?
that's searing light.
Right.
I don't know why it says Searing Ground.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I apologize for apparently there's a car alarm going off.
Can't hear it,
Can't
so
hear it.
we're good.
Why did it not roll my attack? Oh well.
Searing light also had its initial fire damage increased by 5d6. And the additional good damage increased by 5d6.
Wait, the initial?
It increased both initial fire damage and additional good damage to 5d6.
Initial as in
5d6.
not heightened.
Yeah, to 5d6.
5. You said by
Sorry,
initially.
I meant to say 2.
And I was very excited.
Yeah,
You trying to say 96?
2
What?
5d6.
No. That would be 96 plus 96 for this creature if it was.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so
Um,
I'm just gonna roll my because it's not letting me roll 1d20 plus whatever it is.
Charisma
11.
plus proficiency.
Motherfucker!
Sorry.
You roll your damage like I do.
No, that wasn't damage. That was to hit.
Oh, that was to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was-
Also,
Hit roll.
look at that damage for the one that I did roll.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I didn't need that 3rd level spell slot anyways.
Be sure to mark it off.
I did. I mean, I'm at this point. I'm just gonna fire everything off since this is supposed to be an endurance run. The endurance run did not account for my rolling. That's my turn.
I mean, that's what they were testing.
You could have does your god not have good as an alignment?
No, Callistria is chaotic neutral, apparently.
I will say that I mechanically hate that neutral is not an alignment that can bash people's brains in, but that's also a
Right?
complaint I have about 5e.
No. I consider that to be fucked up. Neutral should absolutely be an alignment that you can smite people with the power of. The
Petition
power
for
of Switzerland.
the power of Switzerland. But like also there's items like the like good and evil cleric beacons.
Right.
That fuck people up who are
Sorry.
certain alignment. Why doesn't that exist for neutral?
Sorry, somebody tweeted out just a second ago that Shazam is about a character named Captain Marvel and is not Shazam, a fake movie starring Sinbad that doesn't exist. I am so confused.
Yeah, let's just be clear that the naming has always been confusing and will definitely continue to be.
Oh yeah.
It is also incidentally hilarious that these movies coincide quite as closely as they do.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Anyways.
Sorry, that was off topic. I think that's all three of your actions.
I mean, yes, Mooksy spent this round throwing up on a vampire and then doing the offensive equivalent of a monkey fucking a football. And now we're done.
Sorry,
Okay.
why that in particular as your metaphor?
Because it's a metaphor I heard a long time ago that basically equates to screwing the pooch. And I think it's really goddamn funny. So I use it.
Fair enough.
The vampire spawn that's on Mooksy will take an action to move here. And attack with a 16 plus whatever that is plus.
That's a hit, I'm pretty sure. Unless it's less than 4.
No, it's not, but we need to find out if it's a critical or not. 27. Is that a critical hit?
Critical hit is over 10?
Yeah,
Over
10 or more.
No, my armor class is 20.
Okay.
Okay, now do I Retributive Strike this so that you take half damage, or do I wait until another attack so I can hit the gas that attacks you?
Yes. All of the above.
While you're making your decision, Mooksy takes 8
Ooh.
plus 4 damage.
What I can
slash,
do,
and is grabbed.
Is actually no, that would be less good. Never mind.
Sorry, the vampires have the same thing I was complaining about with the Ghast, but even more drastic, where vampire abilities are a whole section, and then individual types of vampires are statted out without those abilities reiterated.
Of course it is. I find it very unfortunate for our hit point monitors, by the way, that we are currently fighting on a red rug.
It does make it impossible to tell how far down
Because
you are. Yeah.
The red carpet effect.
I get to say, when you ask me how I'm doing, I'm fine, and you couldn't know any different.
Actually, give me a moment. It's suddenly going to become a blue rug.
Aww.
Map and background layer. There we go. Now it's a blue rug.
It's a bright blue.
Ow, that hurts my eyes.
Sorry. I was making a joke. I'll delete it.
It's okay, you can't see my health bar anyways because there's a ghast on top of it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Anyway, as long as you know to keep track of your own hit points, it should be okay. You're all healers, right? You're all gonna communicate about how injured you are, right?
Correct.
Nope.
So, Mooksy, you were hit.
Yes, I was. I was grabbed.
And you took 4 times 3 is 12 damage.
Yeah, I took 12 damage.
You took 12 damage. Then, because you are grabbed,
Oh,
you're
good.
to need. What is your fortitude DC? So, what's the modifier to your fortitude plus 10?
my DC is 20. Modifier to Fortitude plus 10 would be a total of 20.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, it's confusing, but you have a Fortitude DC.
Of course I do.
And that is a natural 20, so that's a success.
Of course it is.
Does this qualify as an attack?
This vampire, who previously just didn't know where your head was, now reaches down and grabs on. You become drained 1, which we'll get to in a second.
I'm
And
so excited for this.
the vampire, who was very badly injured, seems to become slightly less so.
I'm so excited for this because all of the mechanics that have been explained to us so far have been so sensical and clearly laid out. Please explain drain to me.
Does that count as an attack?
No, that is definitely an ability.
Okay.
It is an ability that makes a check against a set DC.
Good to know.
But as the vampire chomps in and drinks your blood. Give me a second to find the rules for drained.
I just want you to know you're drinking angel blood, asshole. All I'm saying is this is gonna be hell pissing this out.
Oh, holy blood. That's going to sting.
Okay, finally found.
That's got to be the vampire equivalent of, like, habaneros. It's like, spicy. Fuck.
It's like biting into
Holy
a ghost
shit!
pepper.
Right?
When a creature successfully
Admittedly,
drains
that's
you...
because I didn't fix the formatting nonsense that I will
Let's see. Okay.
continue to bitch about.
Always includes the value.
I was going to read it for the audience. When a creature successfully drains you of blood or some other life force, you become less healthy. Drained always includes a value. You take a conditional penalty equal to the value of fortitude saves and constitution-based checks. You also lose a number of hit points. So drained 1, so you have a -1 to all of your fort saves and con checks. You lose 1 hit point. Or hit points equal to your level, minimum 1 times the drain. So you lose 7 hit
God
points.
damn it!
So you lose 7 hit points and your maximum hit points are reduced by 7.
Okay.
And you have a -1 to your con saves and fort saves. Losing hit points this way does not count as taking damage. It heals naturally at a slow rate. Each day you regain hit points by rest. Each day you decrease the value by 1.
Well, except for that it says specifically in the vampire text that you decrease it once a week.
So, except for vampires, with vampires it decreases once a week.
So, Jeremy, how many hit points do you actually have?
So you have 7 less hit points now.
So I have 43 out of a maximum of 55, even though there is no way to denote lessened hit points on the character sheet other than lessening your hit points, I suppose.
Give yourself negative temporary
Keep
hit
in
points.
mind that you can't keep that in mind.
And I'll be right
Maybe-
back.
Okay.
Because I have to go.
It actually
grab
does work,
food.
so it's fine.
I have to step out for a second. I'll be right back.
Problem where it's a little hard to note in 5e, but yeah.
It's fine. No, there actually is a way on the sheet that works. So
Oh,
cool.
that's great.
I am basically. I didn't realize I was marking my
Mhm.
current health points or current hit points. I was putting that number in the spot for current temporary hit points, and then I just had. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, I have 43 out of a maximum of 55 right now. I am -1 to my fortitude saves and constitution based checks. All right.
Right? You have the drain status. Speaking of, John had to go and do a thing. So these two gas are both gonna. Gas can't move right now. Yeah. Well, John is getting back. Why don't the people in the basement both roll me? What's common? Oh, never mind. John's back. Common sense doesn't factor in yet.
Yeah,
I'm back.
not quite.
Does it sound more like they're moving furniture or that they're trying to kill something?
Yeah, I mean, you will probably very soon be quite aware, but like, so John, the vampire spawn gets to make an attack against. What is your fortitude DC? So that's your fortitude save modifier plus 10.
That is 25.
19 plus 11 beats that.
Yes.
I don't suppose it would be too easy to say that a mod that adds -1 to con would cover that.
Yeah.
Do whatever, yeah. But John, you're also gonna get the drain status as the vampire that's on you hasn't been injured and thus doesn't necessarily regain hit points, but does also decide to drink your blood a bit. I'm
trying to figure out how to word this mod.
Oh,
Oh wait, oh that's a better way to put it. So -1 to fort, -1 to Constitution _mod.
Okay. Yeah, I just made a buff called Drained 1.
Yep.
yeah.
Is it Constitution _mod?
And then having successfully done a blood drink is gonna make an actual attack roll. Nope. After having drunk your blood, there's 2 claws. that
Actually, no,
swipe-
it's not. It would be -1 to Constitution, not Constitution mod.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. No, it would be. Never mind. Fuck, ignore what I just said.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
2 attacks, both of which do nothing.
Okay. And I have 7 less hit points.
Zane, you can make me, because you've already heard the sounds going on. It's a good roll for this.
Straight wisdom.
Yeah, let's say a straight wisdom check.
Natural 1.
They seem to be making progress on that barricade. But you definitely are still, because you can hear them, I'm going to say you just...
They're moving furniture. You gotta
Yeah.
look at the professors. Do you like change?
feel
like a
really bad.
werewolf or
Guys
something?
decided to be in the basement and like it's
We split
specifically
the party.
unproved.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
This is they just look at the professor going, so do you like change like a werewolf or something? You like grow fangs and claws and stuff?
Rainer.
All right, you're gonna have to get off me now. I'm already touching. So, question: the vampire's already grabbed a hold of me. Do I have to make a roll to hit their touch AC?
You do, but
Okay.
they also lose their grab when they do the drain thing.
Okay.
So neither of you are grabbed anymore.
I'm going to make a touch attack.
Bad touch. Bad touch.
Oh, this is definitely going to be a bad touch. Does a 15 hit the vampire?
A 15 misses, sorry.
Damn it.
Rogues are sneaky.
Second attack. A natural 20.
Yep.
So they take 46 points of positive damage as I critically hit them with a lay on hands.
All right, you take him from max to 0.
So I just grab this vampire by the throat and crush him to dust.
Yep.
That was 2 actions. For my third action, that was 2 actions and both of my lay on hands. Because I only have 2 of those. for my third action, I'm going to raise my shield. And that's my turn. My AC is now 30. And my touch AC is 26.
I want you to make me a perception check.
Did William disappear?
Possibly. I wasn't
Okay.
sure if you...
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, perception.
Can kind of see William.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're completely out of frame.
20.
Okay, so you're hearing sounds. I want you to also make me just a straight wisdom check.
11.
Sounds like they're making limited progress on the barricade.
This is amazing.
You
You're
probably-
probably just arguing with Moxie, complaining about having to stay here.
Pathfinder, I'm not quite sure, but I'm putting the wisdom check at 15 until you get a little more information.
I'm so excited for the vampires and ghouls to kill us and then go charge in
Here's
after.
the problem. The gas can't hit one of you.
And one of the vampires is already dead.
Zane, I've got matters locked up down here for right now. If you want to go and check and see if you can help them with the barricades.
Yeah,
Seems
fine.
like they're having a rough time.
I think you should stay down there.
You'll be fine.
But before
But
Zane gets
on
to
my
the
initiative, waiting for my initiative to come around.
it's the gas turn.
Sweet. More
And-
attacks.
The vampire the vampire knows things and controls the ghasts. So that one takes a move action. That one also
So
takes
on board for this.
a move action. And guess how many attacks are coming at Moxie?
I mean, Muxie.
Moxie.
I'm
Is
guessing.
Muxie immune to fire?
No.
Is Muxie resistant to fire?
No, maybe. Nah, I don't know.
So the first one I rolled was a natural 20. So that's gonna hit.
Which one is it that hit that with natural 20?
This one.
Which one? Oh, that one? Damn it. Retributive strike on that one.
Okay.
You take half damage. You take half damage. Sorry, you don't take half damage. You get resistance 9. So lessen whatever damage you take by 9.
Okay.
So 12 doubled is 24.
Minus 9.
15.
Because when I roll publicly in chat, apparently I roll very well. And that gas has one more attack, which is with his claws, which are finesse but are.
It is worth mentioning that I am immune to paralysis, the paralysis because of ghoul hide.
That is fair. I forgot that those effects come into play because these gas haven't hit anything since like the second round of the first combat. Yes. Paralysis, and you will need to make a paralysis we're ignoring because you're immune. Fortitude save though for ghoul fever.
Also, I am just seeing this now because I am looking at my ghoul hide. I get a +1 item bonus to saving throws against disease. Does this count?
Yes,
Okay.
it is a disease.
So somehow doing that mod completely fucked up my
Okay.
Well, you can turn.
wait.
You can turn the mod
no,
off
in fact,
because
No. For some reason, it turned my fortitude down by 1 for no apparent reason. Not the mod. It just lowered my maximum by 1 because I've already deleted the thing.
Huh.
So 27.
You're fine. And the second attack misses you.
Okay.
The second ghast gets to make an attack.
Bring it. I'm not dead yet.
22.
Is a hit.
Okay. Eight damage.
Okay.
Do you have the heal spell, Jeremy?
That's a very good question. Let me answer that as soon as I mark my hit points.
This one also has a secondary attack that's at a penalty. That's a miss. I'm almost positive.
Because if you use all three actions to cast
I
the
do
heal
have
spell,
heal.
if you use all three actions to cast the heal spell, you'll heal yourself and damage all of the undead around you.
How does
But
that...
it is still their turn, and the two ghasts.
Oh,
that
yeah,
did
yeah,
get
I see.
3 attacks each. First attack misses. Second attack misses. Third attack misses because that's a stupid penalty.
Am I alive still?
Yeah, so the third ghast to attack you just missed all of his attacks. There's a fourth ghast to attack you. That misses. That misses. That misses. Because I can't roll above like a 7, apparently.
I mean, you did roll a natural 20.
Yes, and now I'm paying back for it with 2 characters that just entirely missed the slightly lower AC of
I'm
the
kind
two.
of okay with that.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Is it my turn?
You should be okay with not dying. Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, so as a sorcerer, I can just automatically heighten stuff,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on, just a
Yeah,
second.
sorcerers don't have to prepare spells at levels.
So if I heighten the first level spell to 4th level, that's 1d8
Can
times
you
3. That'll be 3d8 to heal myself and 3d8 damage to everything around me.
Do you have access to 4th level spells? Oh, yes, you do. You're level 7. Duh.
Fuck it, why not?
It'll also heal me too.
the undead need to make a fortitude save, correct?
Yes.
They will do that.
So it'd be 3d8 plus whatever your charisma score is.
2
Oh, my bad.
failures, 2 successes.
Did the vampire not make a save?
Oh, the vampire also exists. Vampire rolled a natural 1. That's a critical failure and takes double damage.
So the vampire takes 42 points of positive damage.
Vampire's dead.
The ones that failed take 21, and the ones that succeeded take 10.
This imagines this burst of light comes
One's
from this
barely
mountain,
alive.
disintegrating the vampire.
Yeah, no, Moxie is like, fuck this. I'm done.
You and I also heal 21 up to our reduced maximum.
Correct.
Which my reduced maximum is 101.
Wait a minute, what the Okay, why is my constitution...
Well, the good news is the one ghast who was hit previously is dead. And this one is clearly barely hanging on. The other 2 have some life left in them.
Good.
But that actually brings it to not the vampire's turn because they're all dead. Zane,
There.
it was recommended you might go upstairs. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so Keel nonchalantly wander upstairs.
Well, that's
Okay.
fun.
By the time you get here, they'll all be dead. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's in no particular hurry at this point.
All right.
So this is fun.
I'll pop you up to the
What'd you do?
correct-
Another fun. This is not Paizo's fault. This is the way the character.
This is roll 20, yeah.
Fault. But somehow, some modifier. When I added the modifier, even though because something was wrong with it, I typed it in exactly. I know it was accurate.
Yeah.
I deleted. I unchecked it, unapplied it, and then deleted it. However, currently my Constitution reads 13, unless I click in the box when it reads the actual one that it should be, which is 14.
That sucks.
So,
Well done, Roll20.
so I'm assuming getting up to here is one movement.
Yeah, that's probably one of your movements.
20, 25, second action, third action, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh shit.
5. He comes out here and goes, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yep. Now you can see that there are things.
But that's my turn.
All right.
But
I tried to fix it. I made it worse.
My-
Now all of my ability scores are set to the default of 10.
Nice.
That's fine. I've got this. This is why we have backup PDFs.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Especially with this.
All right. My
Betrayal
turn?
might hear Zane go, "What the fuck is going on?"
I sip over here. I'm going to take one action to attack this dude with my axe. Oh, you're just missing some of the fun.
That will hit.
A 30. Does a 30 crit?
Oh. Their AC is a number that requires math.
Is their AC 20 or less?
Yes. Thank you.
So it does crit? Alright. Roll critical damage. So that's 20. I can't math. 21 points of slashing damage.
Okay. He seems to be barely hanging on, but still
Also, because of my critical specialty with my axe, the one below it is if I'm assuming his AC is also lower than 30.
Yeah. Same AC.
Also gets hit for. I'll just roll that. Gets hit for. Just the damage. 4. So the first one gets hit for 21, and then the one right next to it gets hit for 4 damage.
All right.
As I slice through it with my axe.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use my third action to attack again. With a +1, I'm going to attack the one below it. Because I get the sweep. Because my axe has the sweep modifier. That +1 is 11.
Sorry, no.
Probably a miss. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, that's my turn.
All right. Drisha, you can definitely hear continued banging from upstairs.
And Zane yelling.
And Zane yelling. So at this point,
Oh shit.
I'm just going to leave it entirely up to you as a player.
Drage is currently the only person here who is armed and armored in case the professor goes crazy, and hasn't heard anyone screaming and dying yet, so we'll maintain guard.
That's fair. That makes it the guest's turn.
Okay, Aaron,
Yeah?
I have a question about Drained.
Sure.
Because I have just realized something. The way that it reads, you lose a number of hit points equal to your maximum, either equal to your level times the drain value, and your maximum hit points are reduced by the same amount.
Yep.
Okay, nope, never mind. I figured it out.
Yeah. Sorry,
So
these things are all a little confusing.
no, it's fine. I was because of the way we put the mods in, which is -1 to Constitution, that lowered our
Oh.
Constitution
Uh-huh.
by the appropriate amount already.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways.
Yeah. To my knowledge, you're not supposed to take the penalty twice, if that was the question.
No, yeah. We're
All right. So, but speaking of your hit points,
yes.
one of them's going to make a last ditch on the paladin, but two of them are still going after you.
Okay.
27 hits.
Yep.
All right.
Which I was muted for the OBS for that, but I'm hitting the thing that hit Mugsy.
Awesome.
$23 to hit, 13 left.
All right. Make me a Constitution save as you take 6 damage. 6 piercing damage. You have Ghast Fever 1, which has no ill effect.
Okay.
Did the 13 damage significantly injure that ghast?
Yeah, that ghast is dead.
Hey!
But gets to finish making their attack.
Yeah.
True bit of
Yeah.
rest words.
It's okay, guests. I believe in you.
It sticks its claws in the goblin, and then an axe comes over the goblin's head and takes it apart.
Yep. One more.
You took half damage from that, or you took -9 resistance, so you actually didn't take any damage there.
Okay.
You took no damage.
Is it resistant half
Roll
or
my
9,
damage.
whichever is lower?
No, it's -9 from the damage.
Okay.
So
I'm too tired to really answer.
the second ghast makes, or I rolled for the second ghast, only one of them hits. It is the second one, so it is
Okay.
the you do still need to make me a fortitude save.
Why would you possibly think I would roll well?
Because you have been up until this point. So stage 2,
I will point out all of my natural 1 attacks.
for specifically the gas fever fortitude saves, you've been
Okay.
doing fine.
Fair enough.
It's a 15, which is actually don't you get a +1 for it being
For disease, yes.
is that factored in or no?
That is not factored into this currently.
Okay, sorry, you're not at stage 2. You're
Okay.
at stage 1
Good.
because the DC is 15.
But I do take 7 points of damage.
You do take the 7 points of damage from the attack itself.
Okay.
And the third one is going to make his attacks on the paladin. It's so late. What's 17 plus 9?
26.
26.
John, does 26 hit you? Okay.
It's just one shy.
Yes. Third attack was a natural 20. Sorry.
Okay. I know why it said Searing Ground.
Why?
I was trying to copy and paste spells at the time, and the spell directly before it is Sanctified Ground.
Fair enough.
I got a natural 1 on my fortitude check.
Okay.
Yes!
Natural 1 is
I had to make 2 though, don't I? 1 for paralysis and 1 for ghoul fever.
yeah.
So, however you want to
So-
assign those.
I'm gonna say because of the order they are on my little module thing, Ghoul Fever comes first. So you are at the stage 1 of Ghoul Fever, which has no ill effect. Just keep it in mind.
Yep.
You're fine on paralysis.
Good.
But it also does get to do damage to you. 22 because it was a crit. And also, I rolled max damage.
That's
Yay!
I am now at the lowest my hit points have.
Damage up the paladin.
I am now at the lowest my hit points have ever been on this character at 79.
B.
Still
I
more
have
than
more
I
hit
got.
points than you right now.
I'm up.
Yeah.
So Moxie's like, listen, fuck stains. I don't think you understood me last turn. I'm done with this shit. I will go with, you know what? Level 3. 3 action heal.
Okay.
2d8
Have to
plus
make a
your.
fortitude save.
Yep. 1 fails, 1 does a natural 1. So you're good.
So 14 healing to the paladin and me, and 14 damage to the ghouls.
And 28. One of them.
So, Zane, having just seen these things, you don't have a chance to actually attack them, unfortunately. Sorry about that. As the last of this wave falls.
And Muxie really quick turns around, looks at Zane, and is like, where the fuck were you guys?
And that's where we're going to end this week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Yes.
Goodbye.
When night is falling and all the lights they flicker fade, reflections crawl through the mirror. A distant calling, a hum inside the current's phase. The silence grow ever nearer. It's in the cracks in the wall, never watching you into the black of the fall. And when everything is upside down, when you're yelling but you make no sound, life is gonna